Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to our weekly tarot draw. Now, today we're having a little bit of noise pollution. My upstairs neighbor is playing his music very loud, and of course, the good old radiator, even though it's off, is hissing away. But we'll see if the radiator calms down. Maybe it's not as annoying as I imagine in my head. Today we're going to mix it up and use a different deck. And we're going to do the Wild Unknown Tarot. So we're going to shuffle the cards and tap into the energies of the universe, of the world around us, of you, of me, everyone watching. Okay. What do the cards have in store for us? What message, what lesson, what can be shared with us today? Okay, I'm just doing the deck in half. We're going to go with the top card. Interesting. So this is the Three of Wands. Am I holding it right? The Three of Wands. And this is from the Wild Unknown. It's hard to decipher as much as you might get from the classic Rider-Waite Tarot deck, because when you get more individual decks, they have different kind of images. But just looking at this, I do get a sense of unity, of possibility, of sort of working together. But I could be thinking of the Three of Pentacles or the Three of Cups. That's kind of what's popping in my mind. But I'm going to read the description from the Wild Unknown Tarot Guidebook. And then I'll read the description from the Tarot Bible. According to the Wild Unknown Tarot Guidebook, the key word is envisioning the future. The Three of Wands indicates you've had continued support from others, perhaps from your parent or two good friends. Help, you formed a sense of self, of your values and morals. But now it's time to rely on yourself for guidance. Clarify your goals and cast others' needs and opinions aside. The future is infinite, and it is yours. No one else can see through its layers of light and shadow. As you can see from the image, you do see these sticks, these wands tied together. So you do get that sense of unity, of working together, having people in your life holding you together. And then I love the colors in the center. It's sort of this galaxy cosmo color to me, endless possibilities. Now let's read meaning in the Tarot Bible about the Three of Wands. Okay, so keywords are foresight, expansion, exploration, and contemplation. The key phrases are seeking new adventure, following up new clues, seeing how best to act, knowing what is going to happen next, having an open perspective, starting on a new journey, awareness of your intentions, knowledge as power. And let's read a bit more. Already I get the sense this card feels related to me. The previous card that we pulled, it was actually, I think, the very first card that we pulled, which I believe was the Page of Wands or the Page of Rods, which has this feeling of adventure, but not quite as foolhardy as the Fool, which is really interesting. So it's kind of like we've come back around to that. So a highly creative card. The Three of Wands indicates that it is time to explore future possibilities with foresight and a sense of adventure. But still stay at home, please. Rather like the figure on the card, you are standing on the hilltop looking across the terrain ahead of you. Aware of the threshold, you have a chance to look ahead before you take a new path. It is timely to reflect on what you know to be right for you and what is available. This is not a card about taking a risk. Rather, like any real explorer, you set off with provisions, a map, plans, and knowledge of the territory. Is it going to be a barren landscape, or is there something calling you on? You are asked to move courageously onward, but with foresight as your greatest gift now. It's a really interesting card, and it's definitely uplifting to see after last week's. I feel personally that, especially being stuck at home, we can feel alone, and it's nice to depend on others. This interpretation has less to do with friends or close people, but it is good to rely on your friends and reach out to family or even someone, a stranger on the internet, someone to talk to. But I think the bigger message here is this concept of foresight, of thinking what comes next, how do we move forward, and how important it is not just to jump in blindly like the fool, but to carefully craft out our next adventure, to observe what's ahead of us, and see what's the best steps to take, and really examine, like it says, the landscape. We have choices to make, new paths, and I've definitely thought that everyone keeps saying once we all go out again, it's going to be the new normal. That term keeps being used, the new normal. And I agree, not just on an economic and social level, but in a personal, intellectual, spiritual, emotional level. For myself, and maybe some of you can relate, that I'm going to have a very new perspective about how I interact in day-to-day life with my surroundings, with the people near me. When I'm in a place financially again, I really look forward to being able to support artists and things like that. A lot of tattoo artists and other tarot readers and other people that I follow on Instagram or on social media or that I know in person everyone's struggling. And, it's so nice to give back when you can, when you're able to. And I look forward to being in a position where I can give back again. So little things like that, just thinking, what are these new pathways? What are these new ways that we're going to emerge from all of this? How will we have changed, and how will we view the world differently? I think I'm going off a little bit on what the actual interpretation is, but that's my feeling of it. Let me know how this resonated with you. Feel free to leave a comment below your own interpretation or how this card reflects something that's going on with someone close to you or with yourself. I'd love to hear your feedback. And hopefully it'll be a little quieter next week when I film this. But I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.